Hey guys, Pete with Leisure Time here, and today we are working on a 2019 Hot Springs Envoy, and we're going to replace one of the 5-inch jets back here on the back side. You can see I've removed the jet face from the jet body already, and if you take a close look at that, you can kind of see cracking around the seal that's in between the jet body and the shell, which has led to a leak coming from the back side here. Now I've already dug it out from the insulation. I've tried to get the LED light wires as much out of my way as possible, but there's still a little bit in there. Now I've just used my pocket knife to sort of scrape around and clean up everything as much as I can. But ultimately, what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be the easiest way, is we're actually just gonna cut this jet body out because the way that it is installed in there, this foam basically acts as a glue or an adhesive, and it is just the biggest pain in the butt to get out. So I'm gonna show you the best way to remove that. I'm going to put some gloves on, got some glasses on while I'm working here. First thing I'm gonna do, like I said, is I remove the jet face from the jet body, because we're gonna cut up this jet body and we don't want to damage the face. I have a cutting wheel here that we're gonna use. First thing I'm gonna do is cut this air line right off the top here, and I'm trying to get it as close to the jet body as possible, because what we're gonna do is use a heat gun and sweat out the PVC parts on this. Same thing with the plumbing line that comes up and glues into the jet body here. We're gonna cut that right up here, sweat off this piece of PVC so that we can re-glue it onto the new jet that's gonna go in there. All right, now that we've cut that pipe out of there, we got the bleeder line cut off. I'm just gonna try and move that pipe around to get it out of our way. Might need to clean a little more of the foam off. Now luckily it was a warm day and we had hot water in the tub, and it makes it a little easier to move some of this plumbing line around. You wanna be careful, the older the tub gets, the more brittle the plumbing lines get. When you're moving it around, you might end up snapping that line deeper down in there, and then you have to end up using the coupler to extend it again to fix everything. You don't want to do that. But get that pipe out of our way. Get that air line out of our way. Okay, now I might switch tools over to a wire wheel just to help clean up around that jet body. It'll make it easier to get the rest of that out of there. Okay, switch back to the wire wheel again. Sorry, not the wire wheel, the cutting wheel. So of course you always want to be careful as to what you're cutting. Make sure you don't cut into some other plumbing line that's close to there. But for the most part, you can pretty much just hack this up just to get rid of it. Once I've got most of that body out of the way, the next thing I'm going to do is just make slices into the nut that keeps the jet body on. But just be careful when you do a plunge cut into there. Don't get too close to the actual shell of the tub. You don't want to damage that. Okay, after making a couple of those plunge cuts, next thing I'll do is grab a hammer and chisel. Got a couple different size chisels, just see which one's gonna work the best. I'll go in there and try to break off some of those. There we go, all out. Now we can put the new one back in. Oh, before we go to the new one, let's sweat out our PVC parts. On the plumbing line here. More foam you can clean off of there, the easier it's going to be to sweat it out. Okay, for sweating out a piece of plumbing, the tools that I prefer are a pair of pliers, preferably needle nose, and maybe a flathead screwdriver. It's going to help you get in between the hard pipe and the soft pipe. And then a heat gun. Heat gun, needle nose, flathead screwdriver. What we want to do is heat that PVC pipe up from the outside. And if we can at all help it, we want to keep the flexible pipe as cool as possible. But of course it's going to end up getting warm too. But ideally that outside hard pipe is going to get hotter than the inside pipe. Always keep it a couple inches away. Don't get too close to it. And I'm always moving around it. Give it a couple of seconds in one spot. There is a silicone caulking gun in the back toolbox. If you want to grab that. Eventually that hard PVC pipe becomes nice and soft and pliable. Once it reaches a pliable temperature, that's when you want to grab your flathead screwdriver and you're sticking it in between the hard pipe and the soft pipe. And we're trying to loosen up or break apart that glue that's in there so that eventually it wants to just pop right off. That hard PVC pipe has become soft enough that I can just cut it with my pocket knife. Okay, and then we want to work our flathead screwdriver in there and just get that pipe off. Almost there. Once you've got enough that you can stick your needle nose into, should be able to work it off. If you wait too long to try and get it off, then of course you got to warm it back up again. There we go. Now don't worry about your pipe warping too much, because you can always use the heat gun to soften it back up, and it typically relaxes and goes back into its original shape. But now that we got that one off, we want to do the same thing to this airline up top. It just has a little nipple that's in there. Again, I'm going to try and strip off as much of the insulation around it. Same thing again, just warm it up. Okay, that one's nice and soft. Typically, with this one, I can just use the needle nose, reach in there and pull it out. There we go. Okay, new one going in. Let's see the silicone. I'm just gonna put a little bead right here. This is where the nut of the jet body meets the shell of the tub. And even though there's an O-ring on the other side, I like to stick a little bead right there as a little extra precaution. Okay, this jet body kit 76525 comes with this centering ring. Sometimes I'll use it, sometimes I don't. This particular one, I don't care to use it. The nut that goes on there has a flat spot, which is great, and that's what's gonna meet right up to the shell of the tub. Glue and primer. Pretty much want to primer anything that's going to make a joint. So the old spot right here. I like to go inside, outside, just all around, get it primered up. And then where that meets up with the jet body in here, and then you have the air nipple on the top. Can't really get primer up inside there, so I'm not too worried about it. And we're gonna stick, okay, O-ring goes onto the jet body. Stick it in through this way. Put our nut on. And then I'm just facing the jet the same way that it was before, so it lines up with our water plumbing line that comes up and our air line that goes down. Now, since there's an O-ring and we have silicone on there, you really only have to do it hand tight. I don't worry about putting any kind of a tool on there to wrench it down. If you can't spin it anymore with your hands, then it's pretty much as tight as it'll go. Glue. Put a little dab up there on the nipple. The airline, that should slide right on there. Put some around the plumbing line down here. Get a little bit more for up inside. And then anytime you're putting a plumbing line together, I like to spin it as you go in. And then hold it there for 30 seconds to a minute, just so you can let the glue set up and it doesn't try to pull away. Obviously, the temperature outside is going to affect your setup time with PVC glue. The warmer it is outside, the better. It sets up pretty quickly. If it was colder out here, then it would probably take a little bit longer. Sometimes I might take my heat gun and just sort of, you know, a foot or two away and just blow some warm air on it for 3 to 5 minutes, just so it can set up properly. Yeah, that's pretty much to it. The longer you wait for that glue to set up, the better. But for today, I think it's warm enough out here. We might give it another 5-10 minutes, then we'll start putting water in it and we should be good to go. Just reconnect the LED light. Okay, and then you put everything back together again. You can spray foam in there with the expansion foam. I like to take a little cut of fiberglass insulation if I have some with me. Typically I'll have a roll with me. Cut just a foot square, shove that in there. It's going to make it a lot easier to get access to it later if you have to do it again or you have some other leak or something. But that's up to the consumer how they want to do that. If you have any questions, comment, and thanks for watching.